Tether has frozen more than $344 million in USDT across 2 Tron addresses at the direct request of United States law enforcement and the Office of Foreign Assets Control. Federal agencies flagged the wallets for suspected sanctions evasion and other illicit financial activity, prompting the company to immediately freeze the funds. Tether stated it has now assisted authorities in over 2,300 cases across the globe, reinforcing its deep willingness to cooperate with regulators and investigators. This action underscores the centralized control mechanisms embedded within the world's largest stablecoin, allowing the issuer to blacklist addresses without community consensus. For everyday holders, the freeze serves as a stark reminder that so-called on-chain dollars remain fully subject to off-chain rules and direct government intervention. The sheer scale of this seizure marks one of the largest compliance actions in Tether's history and is likely to intensify serious debate over whether stablecoins can ever achieve true decentralization. France's National Weather Service has filed a formal police complaint over suspected sabotage of official Paris temperature sensors. The alert follows highly unusual bets on the crypto prediction market Polymarket that paid out roughly $35,000 to a handful of winning wallets. Investigators now believe an unknown party physically tampered with the hardware in order to skew temperature readings and trigger favorable smart contract outcomes. Because Polymarket relies on real-world data feeds known as oracles, this incident highlights a serious and often overlooked physical attack vector that most decentralized protocols rarely consider. Industry experts warn that blockchain prediction markets remain fundamentally vulnerable whenever off-chain environmental sensors can be directly accessed and manipulated by determined bad actors in the physical world. The case is already sparking urgent debate across the crypto community about how platforms can better secure, verify, and redundantly source their real-world data to guard against future tampering. Pro-crypto lobbyists are making a final, urgent push to shepherd the Clarity Act through the United States Senate before the current legislative window finally closes. Legal experts warn that failure would cement an uncertain, deeply punitive regulatory landscape and subject the entire industry to years of slow, expensive compliance confusion. The bill is widely seen as critical to establishing clear, predictable rules for digital assets and preventing overlapping federal agencies from launching arbitrary enforcement actions against domestic projects and ordinary investors. Bitcoin is currently trading near $77,772, down 1.5%, while Ethereum has slipped to roughly $2,310, falling 3.8%. The Fear and Greed Index reads 46, indicating fear across the market, and the notable mover M has dropped 6.1% amid clearly fading momentum. Passing this landmark legislation may ultimately determine whether the United States fosters responsible crypto innovation or forces builders, startups, and everyday users to navigate an endless, draining maze of costly legal risk and regulatory ambiguity.